Mathis Brothers camera showing a nice silhouette of downtown Oklahoma City. The sun is up on a Pike Pass Skycam network. 73 the current temperature, at least the last reading that came in around 750. So elsewhere around the metro, pretty similar, cracking into the mid 70s right now. It's warming up, and we're going to continue to warm up with that south wind today. Only gusting 7 to almost 12 miles per hour in central Oklahoma, a little bit breezier out in western Oklahoma, gusting up to 20, but we're going to need some rain. That's the big picture of the month so far. We've gotten rid of the really bad heat, but we haven't really introduced the rain for a good chunk of the state that we need. At Will Rogers, we're well below average. For this point in the month, we are 2.5 inches below where we ought to be, and we could really use some moisture. I mean, the tropics, they're starting to heat up. Got 2 areas that they're looking at for some tropical development in the next 5 days. Well, we could use some moisture over our heads, and I think we're going to get some moisture at some point over the next day or so, but it's going to be very hit or miss. You saw that fly by. There was some rain and some pockets of heavy rain, but not a ton of rain. The rain chances will be with us through the next few afternoons, but as far as how much they're going to tally up, very hit or miss. I mean, we might see Will Rogers get 0, then go down I-40 and north a little bit, and we could be talking about 1 inch or something. You know, it just depends on where these heavier pockets of rain are going to set up. Big picture after that, temperature is pretty close to average after our hot next couple of days. Much hotter out west. That's where the heat dome is actually going to be. We'll get that ridge and the jet stream back, but overall, more of a wavy jet stream pattern, some cooler air off to the east. We'll try to crack some of that in to Oklahoma by the beginning of next week, so not tomorrow, but the following Sunday, and maybe another shot at some rain, but that is way far out and cannot lock that in with any certainty as this goes. Now, through this afternoon, we may continue to see some of those showers up in northwest Oklahoma, but mainly an isolated to scattered sense, especially out in the panhandle later this evening. Very dry here in Oklahoma City and central Oklahoma. Once we get overnight into tomorrow morning, that's where we'll see our rain chance increase. Now, this is just one particular model. It shows a very dry solution through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We're still going to have a rain chance tomorrow, but it's going to be real hit or miss. And again, that was just one model. Plenty of other models are showing the rain chances tomorrow. 94 this afternoon, so hot under all that sunshine, and still some 90s to the northwest where those rain chances are higher. Overall, 90s, hot south wind, feels a bit hotter when you tack on the humidity today, feels like the triple digits this afternoon, and even through the evening, still feeling like the upper 90s, so a pretty hot one today. Those rain chances best out in northwest Oklahoma and the panhandle, maybe a sprinkle in southeast Oklahoma, and some of those northwest Oklahoma storms could get borderline severe, some gusty winds, some very small hail. That chance for rain and storms is going to continue off to the east. It's going to increase here in Oklahoma City, but still remain on the low end overnight through tomorrow morning. Temperatures will fall back into the 70s for many, some 60s to the northwest, and then back into the mid 90s for a good chunk of the state tomorrow afternoon. 95 Oklahoma City, 96 in Stillwater, and then you look up to the northwest. We're pushing 100 tomorrow air temp wise, so definitely a hot couple of days. A good chunk of the state, I would say about 90% of the state, has about a 20 to 30% chance at seeing a hit or miss storm tomorrow. And where we do see those storms pop up, we could get a strong to severe from, say, Oklahoma City in the metro west along I-40 and then to the north. So very low chance it's there, but very hit or miss storm. So don't expect a lot to cool down the concrete and the asphalt this weekend with highs in the mid 90s. That stuff's going to heat up. So even though we had that tease away from the heat over the past week and a half, still got to keep the pooches in mind walking them this weekend. Hold on to the rain chances as we go through the beginning of the work week before we dry things out just in time for football time in Oklahoma. A week away from the first kickoff in Norman, and Thursday Oklahoma State kicks off.